sound fucking terrible.
Shut up, Walter, you don't know nothing.
I know a lot of things, but I don't know why you're even singing this song in this simulated karaoke club.
Because, Walter, we're gonna probably be talking about Free Willy.
Amy, that song is associated with dolphins. Free Willy is about an orca, which is a killer whale. So what does this even have to do with the video?
Oh, you actually are making a point. Shut up, Walter!
Whatever. I'm going to Margaritaville.
So today we're talking about Free Willy. Let me put it to you this way. I originally wanted to talk about Bindi Irwin's acting career, the fact that she was in like 2 direct-to-video movies, but then I saw that Free Willy had a cartoon, and it made me realize that when I was a kid, I only watched the first 2 Free Willy movies. Or no, not the first 2. No, it was the first 2. It was the first 2, and I never saw the third one. I don't remember seeing the third one. I didn't even see Bindi's movie, so I had no idea, you know. And that's why we're here, though. We're going to be talking about all of Free Willy. That's right. We're even talking about the movies today. I figure I'll sprinkle that into, makes the video longer, keeps you entertained. You don't want to watch Free Willy? You come to my channel. You know what I'm saying? So without further delay, let's talk about the first Free Willy movie, which came out on July 16th, 1993. When talking about all the Free Willy movies, I want to mainly get into like the production, like the writing and the filming, and also talking about the star of the movies, which is Kiko. Yes, they found an orca. I think in a zoo, they found Kiko in an amusement park. It says that they found Kiko at the Reno Aventura amusement park in Mexico City, and Kiko was 12 years old when they made the Free Willy movie. Kiko's been in that amusement park since 1985. Just want you to know that. We'll still talk about Kiko regardless. So the movie first originated in 1984, actually, when Keith A. Walker conceived of the story while working on The Goonies with the film's director Richard Donner, who would eventually serve as one of the executive producers for the movie. In the original script, the character of Jesse was a mute 10-year-old boy living with nuns. That script sucks. So luckily, Richard Donner and his wife, producer Lauren Schuler Donner, hired the screenwriter Corey Blechman, that's actually his last name, deadass, to update the script to make it less sentimental, including making Jesse older and into a street tough type. I guess that makes it better. Filmmakers searched throughout the US, Japan, France, Spain, and Argentina to find an orca to play Willy, but like I said before, they settled on Kiko, and blah blah blah. The production team was able to film Kiko in the park while it went under renovations from May and June of 1992. A wooden backdrop was used to make the Reno Aventura Aquatic Arena appear as if it was located in the Pacific Northwest. So once the film concluded in Mexico City, they moved to production to Oregon and Washington for location shooting. Oregon locations featured in the film included the Ecola State Park, the Oregon Convention Center, Pioneer Courthouse Square, Morrison Bridge, 14th Street Pier, Tom McCall Waterfront Park, Burnside Skate Park, and Oats Amusement Park. Alright, so I hate to break it to you, but that scene where Willy jumps over Jesse is not like they didn't use Kiko, actually. That was actually an animatronic that they launched with a rocket launcher. Poetic. Anyways, that takes place at the Hammond Marina in Warrington. And the final scene, along with the opening 16 shots and end credits 27 shots, orca wildlife montages were shot by Bob Talbot. Most close-up shots, including limited movement by Willy, such as when he's in the trailer, and the sequences involve him swimming in the open water, make use of an animatronic stand-in. Walt Conti, who supervised the effects for the orcas, estimated that half of the shot of the orcas used animatronic stand-ins. He stated that the smaller movements of a real orca actually made things difficult in some ways for him and his crew, and they have to concentrate on smaller nuisances in order to make the character seem alive. The most extensive use of CGI, I didn't even know there was CGI in this film, is the climax where Willy jumps over Jesse and into the wild. All stunts with Kiko were performed by the young orca trainer Justin Sherbert, known additionally by his stage name Justin Sherman. Wild. So before we move on to Free Willy 2, let's talk more about Kiko. Kiko was, the success of the films actually inspired a letter writing campaign to get Kiko released back into the wild and to not be in the amusement park anymore, which is actually not funny, because I'm pretty sure that this is the plot to the Bindi Irwin Free Willy movie. Oh my god. But yeah, it got so wild that they created a movement called Free Kiko, and Warner Brothers was so grateful for the whale and so moved by the fans' ambition they contributed to rehabilitate and, if possible, free Kiko. So he was moved to the Oregon Coast Aquarium in Oregon by flying in a UPS C-130 cargo plane, and in Oregon he was returned to health with the hopes of being able to return to the wild. In 1998, he was moved to Iceland via a U.S. Air Force C-17 to learn to live in the wild, and after working with handlers, he was released from a sea pen in the summer of 2002 and swam to Norway following a pod of wild orcas. Damn, 2002, I wasn't even born yet when they freed Kiko. His subsequent return to humans for food and for company, and his inability to integrate with a pod of orcas, confirms that the project had failed, according to a scientific study published in the journal Marine Mammal Science, July 2009. And then he eventually died. Wow, this is very dark. Kiko eventually died of pneumonia, excavated by a deformed fin in a Norwegian bay in December 12th of 2003. My parents were together. And I was in the womb, I think. Poor Kiko. Anyways, a decade later in 2013, a New York Times video reviewed Kiko's release into the wild. Reasons cited for Kiko's failure to adapt include his early age at capture, the long history of captivity, prolonged lack of contact with other orcas, and strong bonds with humans. So that's basically the reason why Kiko didn't really go back into the wild so well.
I like you a lot. You're funny and kind, so let me explain what I have in mind.
There's not much to say about Free Willy 2, The Adventure, that's Home. That's what the movie's called, Free Willy 2, The Adventure Home. So there's like 3 things I can mention: the production, the reception, and the accolades, because if I read the plot, we'd be here all day. So in November of 1993, producer Lauren Schuler Donner and her husband and co-executive producer Richard Donner were pursuing active development of a sequel for Free Willy following the breakout success of the first film. But unlike the first film, the whale was fully animatronic this time. Great. But a cool thing, though, is that the kid who played Jesse in the first movie reprised his role for the second movie and also the third movie. But, whatever, we're in the second movie. They renegotiated the original sequel option from the first film from $150,000 to $1.5 million, with an option for a third sequel, which obviously he took that. Free Willy 2 grossed $30 million in the US and Canada and $68 million worldwide, and on a $31 million budget. This is where it gets a bit weird, because I didn't even realize the film was bad. Again, everyone is entitled to their own opinion. But the film received mixed reviews from critics, though many were impressed with the film's subtle approach to pollution and other environmental issues while focusing on family values. On the review aggregator website Rotten Tomatoes, I don't trust Rotten Tomatoes, but here we go, 50% of 26 critics' reviews are positive. Okay, that's fine, with an average rating of 4.9 out of 10. I don't know if that's good, but that sounds bad, so. The website consensus reads, good-natured yet oddly uninspiring. Free Willy 2, The Adventure Home will strike all but the youngest of viewers as a poorly orchestrated
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Any hoodle. It was nominated for Worst Sequel, and the sequel nobody was clamoring for at the 1995 Stinkers Bad Movie Awards, but it lost to Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls and Halloween 6: The Curse of Michael Myers, which The Curse of Michael Myers is a really bad movie, but I don't know about Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls. Someone's gonna have to tell me about that one. They did win. Willy won Favorite Animal Star at the 1996 Kids' Choice Awards, so at least they got that.
I want to be your personal penguin. I want to walk right by your side. I want to be your personal penguin.
Ignore this. This is the second day I'm filming this or whatever. Okay, I realize I'm probably wearing the same shirt. This is my pajamas. But whatever. That doesn't matter. Okay, we're up to Free Willy 3: The Rescue. Now, there's not much to say about this. I don't want to read the plot, so I'm just gonna read what we have. This is the sequel to the second movie, and it's the third movie in the franchise, and it's also the final installment of the original storyline of the films, and the last to be released theatrically. As always, we got Jason James Richer reprising his role. And this time the story revolves around Jesse and Randolph attempting to stop a group of whalers led by its ruthless captain from illegally hunting Willy, while secretly receiving help from an unlikely source involving the captain's young son after an accident changed his views on whales. The filming took place in British Columbia from July 31st to October 10th of 1986, where several scenes were shot in Vancouver, Pitt Lake, Britannia Beach, Squamish, and Howe Sound. The film is dedicated to the Free Willy co-writer Keith A. Walker, who died 2 months after the production was completed. The movie premiered on August 8th of 1987, and it received mixed reviews from critics and was unfortunately a box office bomb, grossing only $3.4 million. That's so sad.
I want to travel with you far and wide. Wherever you go, I'll go there too. Here and there and everywhere and always with you. I want to be your personal penguin.
Alright. We've avoided it long enough. It's time to finally talk about the Free Willy cartoon. I don't want. Let me lock in. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be a weirdo. Okay, I got this. I'm sorry. So the animated series is inspired by the 1993 film, and it was produced by Warner Brothers Television, Regency Enterprises, Nelvana, and Le Studio Canal Plus for Warner Brothers Studios. Le Studio Canal Plus is a French company, and you already know Nelvana. I mentioned him in one of my videos, actually, so I don't have to explain Nelvana to you. The show continues the adventures of Willy and Jesse, and in retrospect, the series also anticipates multiple plot elements of the film's sequel. This cartoon came out before the second movie. It ended before the second movie came out, I think, so, because it aired in 1994 or whatever. Anyways, the overarching conflict is reminiscent of Moby Dick. I didn't read that. So, a powerful oil baron, known to the main characters only as a cyborg called the Machine, until the final episodes, loses his arm and part of his face to Willy while committing an environmental atrocity and wants revenge upon that rotten whale and his boy. And the show aired on ABC. So, you're probably wondering, what is the plot of this masterpiece of a TV show? Well, Jesse gets adopted by his foster parents, and they moved from Seattle to the Pacific Coast. He gets a job at the Misty Island Oceanic Reserve, which is a local wildlife rescue and research institute where Randolph, his Native American mentor from the movie, now works at. I guess he's stalking him. In the first episode, Jesse discovers follow me, that he can talk to animals. Does that sound familiar to you? Now, granted, she couldn't talk to animals until she got blessed with the powers of talking to animals. But Jessie sounds like Eliza Thornberry. You're probably wondering, oh wait, Amy, so if he can talk to animals, does that mean Willy can talk? Yes, Willy can talk. He's voiced by a man... He's voiced by the OG voice actor of Leon Kennedy from the Resident Evil franchise. He voiced Leon Kennedy in Resident Evil 2 1998. I'm done. I don't want to talk about this cartoon anymore. I thought I would enjoy talking about this cartoon. I don't want to. I'd rather talk about Bindi Irwin now. Let's just move on to the final segment in this video.
From now on. Now lots of other penguins seem to do fine in the universe of nothing but ice. But if I could be yours...
Now we're on to our final movie for this video, Free Willy Escape from Pirates Cove. FNAF reference? No, this came out before FNAF, so I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear any FNAF comments. I don't want it. But Free Willy Escape from Pirates Cove is a 2010 American family film written and directed by Will Geiger with the story by Cindy McCreary. It's a reboot, but not only is it a reboot, it's the fourth and final installment of the film series. And it also stars Bindi Irwin in her film debut. That's right, this is Bindi's very first movie she's ever starred in, according to Wikipedia. She has been on TV for a very long time, so like don't think that like this is her first time being on camera. No, she's been on TV for a very long time. First time we've ever seen Bindi is like when she's being out of the womb, literally. It's the only film in the franchise to not feature any cast members from the first three installments, and it's also the only film to release direct-to-video. But like the other two previous films, Willy isn't like an actual orca. He's instead the combination of an animatronic and CGI. God help us all, because this is a direct-to-video movie, so I don't even want to know what the budget was. But I don't really know what else to say about this, because there's nothing else to say. I don't really want to read the, plot, because the plot is just that, Kira, or Kiara, I'm gonna call her Kiara, I don't know how to pronounce Bindi's character's name, but, Kiara is, sent to stay with her grandpa in his rundown amusement park in South Africa, while her dad is hospitalized. And then she, meets, an orca named Willy. Well, after a fierce storm, this baby male orca is separated from his pod and becomes stranded in a lagoon on Gus's property. And then he becomes a hit amongst the park visitors. So, like I said before, it's kind of like the actual story of Kiko, the whale who did play Willy, but not entirely. But anyway, yada yada yada, they want to sell Willy, yada yada yada, Kiara doesn't want that, yada yada yada, who and her new friend, they free Willy, woohoo, they free him, yada yada yada. I'd like to point out that Robert Irwin is also technically in this movie, but he's uncredited, but you might find him. He's a pirate boy, and I guess it's like a blink and you'll miss it moment. Robert has also been on TV for a while. I can name a couple things he's been in. Like Croc Diaries and that mini-series where Steve traveled across America with his family and also in Australia, or whatever that's called. He was also in Dino Dan. Took me a very, very long time to find that. So don't even ask me, because I don't even remember, but it took me a very long time to find that. That's the end of the video. That's all of the Free Willy stuff there is. I'm aware Gremlins is getting an animated series, and, I know you guys probably want me to talk about Gremlins, and I might, but like, I just learned that Frank Welker and Howie Mandel voiced Gremlins. Do you really want me to have my brain explode? But whatever. Next videos, that's right, videos, are breaking news videos. I have 2 breaking news to discuss, and they'll come out tomorrow or either today. I don't really know. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you all in those videos. But then after that, I will see you in my reaction video to Bruce Campbell's Peacock show, Hysteria. And no, I'm not talking about the Def Leppard album, although that album slaps.
And you could be mine. A cozy little world would be twice as nice. I want to be your personal penguin. I want to talk with you night and day. I want to be your personal penguin. I want to listen to whatever you say. Look at these wings, so perfect to hold you. I'd like to say again what I have already told you. Let me be your personal penguin from now on. Now lots of other penguins seem to do fine in the universe of nothing but ice. But if I could be yours and you could be mine, a cozy little world would be twice as nice. I wanna be your personal penguin. I want to walk right by your side. I want to be your personal penguin. I want to travel with you far and wide. Wherever you go, I'll go there too. Here and there and everywhere and always with you. Please may I be your personal penguin. Imagine me, your personal penguin. I wanna be your personal penguin from now on.